the only thing that I've got to do is, this only has 2 taillights, one big one per side. I've got to split it so I can put 4 in each side. So I got a couple ideas, so I'm going to see how that works and go from there. These I'll have to put in a little tank of Leslie's for 24 hours, get them all cleaned up. I have the paint, it's downstairs. Why I didn't bring it up, I don't know. It should have brought it up. But this jar, that's going to come in handy. Really handy, so, okay. Well, we have that, so that can go up there. And we'll have to cut some pieces for this. And let me go ahead and grab a few other things here so I can show you what we're using to build this kit. Well, that's curing. We'll let that sit off to the side. And give me a little bit here. Okay, we're back. Donor kit for these swinger bodies from Bandit Resin. They call for 68 Dodge Dart. You're going to notice a resemblance here. Because here's the body, which looks pretty close. Let me go ahead and use this one while that one's setting up. Which is fairly close. So, you know what? Looking at the 68 Dart, now I know a friend of mine wants 68 Charger side marker lights, and I've been sitting here trying to figure out where to place them. Look at this. 68 Dart has them right on the belt line, both front and back. So you know what? I think I know where I'm going to put them. Didn't want to put them low, but that actually looks pretty good. Hopefully when he sees this video, he'll be able to, you know, agree to it, or I can always put them lower, but I don't know. That is, that's pretty wild. You know what's funny though? Why is there a belt line on this side and this? Oh, okay, there is. Okay, good. So that'll work. The rest is the donor kit. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing. Of course, a little different, but not much. I mean, I could have cut this off and grafted it on, but it's easier just to fill it. Here's the back. Well, somebody went in and did some extensive work, some master work anyway. It's just a matter of filling that back, and it looks good. It looks real good. Plus they put the marker lights in. The front ones look like they grafted from another kit, because that side wasn't cleaned up too well, so you can actually see. It's kind of nice getting resin bodies and scoping them out and see where they were cut, see what was changed, because a lot of times, a lot of the inside work you don't see. And boy, that's not bad though. Whoever did the master work did a nice job. Other than that, so that's good. We can live with that. Nothing wrong. Next up is the power plant for this, which is, it's going to be really neat. And I've got to get the chassis set up. I've got to get the motor set up in mock-up stages. You ready for this? Are you really ready for this? Here it comes. Let's go over here. There you have it. Is that cool or what? It's gonna look pretty neat. Having that in there breathing makes a sharp sleeper, that's for sure. So that's where we're going with that. Like I said, I gotta get this motor mocked up. Just maybe, with any luck, be able to do it this weekend. You know, I'm trying to get, you know, balanced so I can get back up here, and that's what I'm shooting for. So, alrighty, I guess go ahead and conclude this episode, and hopefully it's enough information there. And I'm going to go back. I might be back here in a little bit because I'm going to go ahead and fill that license plate cutout on the front bumper. I'm going to fill that in. And yeah, why don't we just do that? I'll come back in a little bit. Sorry, driving everybody nuts. Woohoo! Be back. Okay, we're back for a little bit, people. Here's the front bumper and the little bumper bolts. If you put tape on both sides there, you won't sand them off. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this bump here, because if you look, it doesn't flow too well with the front end there. So I'm gonna make it straight across, nice and smooth, cleaned up in the front. So okay, I'm gonna pause that, and I'll be back. Show you where I progressed at. Okay, yeah, it looks a lot cleaner. Don't have that little bump down. So then we have the first stage. I'll have to go back and see how this looks, so that's why I'm doing different angles here. There's the bottom. So yeah, it'll look a lot smoother once I fill that in. So let me go ahead and get the piece cut out, and I'll show you how I do it to give you an idea. The best way I find is to, there's our opening sheet stock that I got. Kind of drop it down a little bit so you can actually see where the other side's going to be. Now this will be fine-tuned, so I'm going to give it a little bit. So we'll go right about there. And we slide it up. Then we mark this side. We'll make it a little long. You know, they say measure twice, cut once. That's the same effect. So we find our straight edge here. Which is right there. Which gives you a nice clean, nice little hobby square. Hobby and craft square. That works really good. So what I gotta do is, if you notice, the sides angle down, you know, a little bit. So I'm gonna try to copy that. So we'll go, this one will go in a little bit. Then we'll go past the line a little bit so we can angle this one. Like so. Then we'll go in there and cut her off. There we go. Don't try to rip it off there because it'll, well, make a mess, put it that way. There it is. So we'll see how close we are. Then I'll pause this because I like to have this filled in, this part. It gives you a little idea. There's a little bit of an idea there. So let me fine tune that, and I'll get back with you. Okay folks, we're back. Got things set up here. I'm going to try to zoom this in a little bit. So you can see what I'm doing here. I use a old rattle can lid. It's got toothpicks, got my super glue in there. I got the piece cut out. I tweaked it a little bit between my fingers. So it's got a little curve to it. The back side I sanded. So when you put it up in there, kind of what it'll look like. I'll have to get my fingers out of the way. So, but the reason I'm doing it this way is because I need to slip it up in there. By all means, test fit, and then you glue it in. So let's go ahead and do that real quick here. Got my glue. Put that over here. Make sure we have this aimed the right way, which we do. I'm going to go ahead and super glue some of the corners. Grab a toothpick. Yeah, it's going to be tricky to play with, as with anything that's small. Let me just push it in. And that's what it looks like. Pretty tricky, huh? And we'll go in there. I'll tape my bumper bolts, and we'll give this a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and sand it. Make sure everything's good. Yep, everything's good. I'm gonna try putting a little bead down here on the bottom, just to hold the bottom in place, so when we sand it, it don't move. And that's where the toothpick comes in. Otherwise you'll leave a fingerprint. That won't be good, huh? That's why I like pro welding plastic parts, because I just pro weld them together lickety split. Plus you can move them a little bit. Super glue you really can't, but okay, we'll hold that just another second or so. There we have it. Don't look too bad, does it? Looks pretty good. Alrighty, we'll let that set up a little bit. We'll throw some putty on it. I'll get some things taped off, and we'll come back with it. And looks like I'll have 2 episodes. Tale of the 2 Swingers. Alrighty, catch me in a few. Okay, folks, here we are. All glued in, sanded down, and got the first stage of filler on it. And that looks really good. It's straight across there, nice and smooth. So that's good. That'll have to be filled up again, but we can sand her down, and it's all ready to go. I went ahead and coated this a second time. So we'll get them sanded out. And here's the other side, somewhere here. And there's that one. So, I guess on that note, I think we're done. I think it's going to conclude this episode. Now, hopefully you followed along. Hopefully you learned something new. And if not, keep watching. Maybe I can find something that you don't know. Probably not, but yeah, it's worth saying, right? So, alrighty, folks. Till the next episode. Stay tuned.